This is me reporting live from the Matrix. Let's get into it. So today on September 8th, they announced that Kendrick Lamar is going to be the halftime performance at the Super Bowl, which is taking place in New Orleans in 2025 on February 9th. That is 2/9. Now, mind you, they decided to release this news on the anniversary of the death of Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth was the Queen Regent of 32 sovereign states. Rock Nation has a deal with the NFL to be head of music strategy for them. The NFL has 32 teams, and it was founded September 17th, 9/8, like today. Now, I've been telling you guys for over a year now that these stories are being interwoven with one another, and you can go back to Beyonce's Lemonade video, but you have to pair it with history. The British monarchy has control over the United States in this land by way of New Orleans. If you look into the Cestui Que Vie Act of 1666, and also do some light reading on maritime law, the land that was taken for France that is now in control by Great Britain started in New Orleans, Louisiana, which is the storyline she's painting for you in the song Formation. Also notice Formation came out February 6th. February 6th was also the day that Queen Elizabeth took reign until her death in 2022. So Queen Bee, you guys get it. It's interesting that the biggest people in music that we know, at least when it comes to hip-hop history, are all linked somehow. So Beyonce and Jay-Z released the album Everything Is Love on 6/16. Kendrick Lamar, who's released Made in America and Freedom with Beyonce, has a song called 6/16 in LA. You can go back to my video on the codes that relate to the story of OJ. And you're really going to want to go back to that and take notes and screenshots so you can see how this story is interwoven into it. Now, Lil Wayne, not by relation, but just through music affiliations, is New Orleans' hometown hero. His birthday is September 27th, 9/9. Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar released Freedom, 9/9. So the story that they're telling is historical because, as you know, Jay-Z has spoken about equity, land ownership, being a black billionaire. And I think it's kind of funny that they asked Kendrick to do the halftime show when Lil Wayne is the one that we all expect to be doing the halftime show. I thought it was going to be Cash Money Millionaires. That's a separate entity. Now, I'm going to do a longer explanation on the different music videos and the symbolism, but this right here should show you enough. I keep trying to give some of these people the benefit of the doubt, but when you're hiding things in plain sight for people to see, and you're not explaining to them what's going on, it does become ritual-like. And I get it, a lot of people aren't going to understand. I have videos where people attack my explanations because they don't understand them. But this is very symbolic, especially when we're talking about currency. The formation, like the song of the United States, was all about the entrapment of its people through the systems of bonded debt and currency. And as you see both of them on top of the water, as if to say, I now walk on water. I now control the currency. So think of like that of the Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, things like that. And they're both known to do the same symbolism. Just because you see Jesus symbolism, it's no different than seeing the symbolism of Zeus or Hera, just as Osiris and Isis. And then this also takes me to the story of the Holy Grail, which would be the Sangreal or the royal bloodline of Christ, who would be the natural inhabitants of the land. Jay-Z released the song Holy Grail on July 4th, 2013, Independence Day, right? So it goes along with the themes of freedom. Not Like Us was released this year on July 4th, 2024. And again, if you guys follow my codes, 74 is a very important code because it denotes the Trinity. Also look into the story of King Arthur and the Holy Grail. The Super Bowl is going to be played at the Caesars Superdome down here in New Orleans, which is located at 1500 Sugar Bowl. You can go back to my code I posted earlier today about Queen Elizabeth in the show Queen Sugar and Princess and the Frog. New Orleans is the center of this puzzle, just so y'all know. I had a video go viral that I did take down, but if you guys have been following me long enough, you remember it went viral because I said that I thought that there was a great chance that the heart of New Orleans, not all of it, but the heart of New Orleans was on top of Atlantis. And this is like the new Atlantis, the currency system, who controls the waters and seas are really the people who have their own tangible assets and so on and so forth. And I've connected the show Queen Sugar and Princess and the Frog to this whole concept of the Queen of the South. And as you know, Beyonce's stepsister Bianca Lawson stars in it. It's almost too perfect of a storyline that they're following because the show Queen Sugar and owning the sugar mill was all about a family's ownership to the land. Now, there's one special link between all of these people, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar, and that's Aaliyah Houghton. Now, you might be wondering, what does she have to do with anything if she's been gone for a long time? When I tell you that these people know and understand the occult world, I mean, they understand that consciousness doesn't die. You can physically kill flesh, but souls live on. And so I've already shown you guys in codes about the way that they ushered in Beyonce to replace her. But the reason why she's so important is in this one specific role that she plays. And you're going to have to go back and either watch the shows Interview with the Vampire, The Feast of All Saints, and Queen of the Damned. Side note, Bianca Lawson wasn't also The Feast of All Saints, which is about the Haitian Revolution coming to the city of New Orleans and mixing with the high society members of Louisiana. Queen of the Damned is a very important film and book because it speaks of Queen Akasha, the Queen of Kemet at the time. Now, the land that you know as the Americas, when it was purchased for Louisiana by Napoleon Bonaparte himself, who a painting of his is included in one of Beyonce's apeshit videos, that land belonged to the ancient Nubians of Kemet. Akasha would be like the Akashic records, but she's also the mother of vampires. And I've already explained how vampires were the ancient Egyptians. Here's the thing, Queen of the Damned refers to the mother of dogs. The damned are the gods. That's why dogs are gods. Like Kendrick Lamar is in Top Dog Entertainment. And Jay-Z couldn't have her for himself. Dame Dash couldn't have her. I already explained in another video the way that they were fighting over her. But specifically, Kendrick Lamar has mentioned her on multiple songs, saying that she was basically the key and the initiation into the Matrix, which is this entire system. Matrix is the financial system. It's the system of the Holy Mother and the Holy Womb that has been replaced with false light systems of entertainment, things that don't evoke purity and instead create chaos and confusion. And they show that to you. This shit's not a joke. And so I say all that to say, you're going to want to go back and watch consciously these music videos and the songs because it's going to tell you the same story I'm telling you now. The replacement of royal families, quite literally, but we don't see that because within the whole United States system, they've eliminated what a monarchy is and instead replaced that with your billionaire, your company owners, things like that, but they don't tell you these things. And so there were people who were associated with those higher bloodlines. I believe Aaliyah probably was one of them, which is why the role that she was supposed to play was gone. Again, go back to the post that I've shown of Beyonce in her Lemonade video with her coming out of the bank as the goddess Oshun. Like, she's trying to be this energy, but here's the thing. When you evoke that energy, you don't have to try so hard. You just are. And because I know consciousness continues, even after the physical flesh is gone, because we're talking about a system of banks, the Ba and the Ka, the body and the spirit, coming together to form one. I know Aaliyah's spirit is still alive. Everything is consciousness. It's not just a physical name. And so the Super Bowl is going to be a way like to have the final performance of this entire historical shit show that's gone on and to bring truth to the masses eventually, at least those who are willing to hear it.
Horizon didn't break.